Okay, so let's now move on to numbers 9 and 10. It says, read each of the problems below and determine the probability of each outcome. So, a standard number cube is rolled. What is the probability of rolling a 6? So we know that on a cube, it's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probability of rolling a 6 would be 1 out of, notice when I say out of, I'm drawing the line, 6. So on your answer document for tonight's homework, you might have to put the 1 in there, and it would say 1 out of 6. And so you would place the 1 and the 6 in there. Okay. And then number 5, and what is the probability of rolling a 5? Is only 1 5, so that would again be a 1 out of 6. How about rolling an odd number? So odd numbers, we have 1, 3, 5. So the probability of rolling an odd number would be 3 out of 6. But we always simplify our ratios. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So the probability would be 1/2 on that one. Okay, so make sure you always simplify your ratios. Okay, so going to number 10, I want you to try number 10 on your own, and then press play when you have finished. Okay, so before I did the probability, I wrote out what it was saying. It said I had 24 total socks, 6 were navy, 10 were black, and the rest were white. So here is my work to find the white. And so it said a black sock. So what is the probability of a black sock? Where there's 10 of them. So that would be 10 out of 24. But what we just talked about, what do we need to do right here? We need to simplify. And we can divide by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. So there's a 5 out of 12 chance. And then a white sock, you should have gotten 8 over 24. And then we can simplify by 2. We can simplify by 4 or 8. I'm going to do 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. And 24 divided by 8 is 3. And then a navy sock. There's 6 out of 24. So here I could simplify by 2, by 3, by 6. So let's go with 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, moving on. The spinner below is spun. What is the probability of spinning not a 6? So here's a spinner, and it's labeled 1 through 7, which means there's seven spaces. And not a 6, well, all of them but 6, that would be a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would be a 6 out of 7. What about A3 or A4? 1, 2. So that would be a 2 out of 7. And then an odd number. 1, 3, 5, 7. That would be a 4 out of 7. Okay, go ahead and press pause and do 12 on your own, please. Okay, simplified, for the vowel, you should have gotten 1/3. For the constant, you should have gotten 2/3. And for the letter C, 1/3. Okay, moving along to number 13. At the pediatrician's office, patients are able to draw a toy from the bin. The toy has 12 puzzles, so I'm going to write 12P. 16 boxes of crayons, and 2 bouncy balls. What is the probability of drawing anything but a bouncy ball? So in this case, I need to add up my total first. So 12 plus 16 plus 2. 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 30. So it's out of 30. So anything but a bouncy ball would be 12 plus 16. 6 plus 2 is 8, and so it's 28 out of 30. And then I can simplify that by dividing by 2. So 28 cut in half is 14. And then 30 cut in half is 15. What about a box of crowns? Box of crowns is right here. There's 16 out of 30. And again, we need to simplify. So we're going to divide by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 30 divided by 2 we know is 15. And then lastly is a puzzle. It is a 12 out of 30 chance. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 30 divided by 2 is 15. Okay, go ahead and press pause and do number 14, please. Okay, so you should have gotten 3 out of 15 on the drama, but that does simplify, which is 1 out of 5. Anything but a comedy was 2 out of 3, and then an action is 7 out of 15. Last one. Students standing in line for lunch were surveyed about their favorite meals. Their responses are shown below. If one student is picked randomly, then which of the following is true? So students are standing in line for lunch, and they were surveyed over their favorite meal. Their responses are shown below, and they're asking, what about if one student is picked randomly, then which of the following is true? So the student's favorite meal is half as likely as pizza than spaghetti. So that means they have, an equal chance. Half as likely to be pizza than spaghetti. Then that means that they have a less chance of being pizza and a greater chance of being spaghetti. So if we look, pizza is greater than spaghetti. So that doesn't make sense because it's saying half as likely to be pizza. It's probably more than likely to be pizza. So the student's favorite meal is more likely to be fajitas than pizza. So same scenario, is fajitas more than pizza? No, it's 16 over 26. So does it make sense that it is more likely for them to be fajitas? No. The student's favorite meal is twice as likely to be spaghetti than pizza. Same thing, twice as likely to be spaghetti. Okay, so spaghetti is less than pizza, so there's no way it could be 2 times the chance of getting spaghetti. And the student's favorite meal is twice as likely to be fajitas than spaghetti. So fajitas is 16 and spaghetti is 8. Is fajitas twice spaghetti? Is 16 twice 8? Yeah, because 8 times 2 is 16, so 16 is twice 8. So your answer is D. Okay, so make sure you take a picture of this and you submit. Pick and submit. And then you have homework. Okay, homework, you need to do a pick and answer document. Okay. All right, have a good day.